Hello everyone, it's Rose Get Good Fox. Welcome back to the Lethal Zone beta for State of Decay 2. Today we're going to continue working on the base. Looks like we're getting a little boned on some building materials. We absolutely need it in order to finish the base, but we got some lead-on work. Right over here, someone got left behind, I guess. The Tilted Snifters? I'm guessing those are the beer guys. I feel like the Left Behind is one of the beer guys' names. I don't remember. It's a job though, and it pays the monies. And if it pays the monies, then Fox is gonna do it. Well, I mean, there's some things I might not do for monies, but this is one of the things I will do. Oh, so bad news. For anyone who is watching the Twitch playthrough, it got borked. And I want to make sure that if you're playing the game, which I'm assuming most of you guys are, you don't run into this same problem. People have told me that it isn't exclusive to the beta either. So my save file is just toast. If you try to interact with it, it's going to freeze. Basically, if I try to go to my supply locker, the game, it just straight up freezes. It's just rest and pepperonis. It's done. It's over. I tried a whole bunch of different things, but State of Decay's save files, they don't get backed up. There is no backing up of the save files. So if you wanted to like kind of revert earlier to before you think something messed up, you gotta do it manually. And to do it manually, you would have to, I'm pretty sure this is where though. Didn't I take that shortcut over here? I feel like I did. It's dark now, I can't completely remember. But yeah, you would have to save, and if you're on the Xbox, I just don't think you have any way to do it at all, but if you're on the PC, you can at least basically go into the State of Decay directory location, and from there you would be able to manually copy the save files. That's what I'm doing now. Now, you know, I could be more upset about it than I actually am, and that's because, well, you know, if I gotta start over again, that just means more content for you guys. But you're probably asking, hey, how did it happen? Now, I don't know the precise answer. I don't know exactly how it happened or exactly why it happened. But my guess is that it has to do with picking up a duplicate cosmetic item, like a cosmetic that you already have, and putting it in your storage locker. Other people have said that's what caused it for them, and well, that was one of the last things I did before I experienced this problem. Now, what do I mean a duplicate cosmetic item? Well, normally in the game, if you find a cosmetic item, you'll never find that item again. It's just removed from the game altogether. However, there are specific cosmetics. These are mainly cosmetics that are like guaranteed to appear in the same location. Trumbull Valley has quite a few of them, and that's exactly where it happened to me.
Somebody just beat me to this one.
And yeah, so I eluded it. You found a stash of alcohol, got drunk. Okay, well, let's get yeah. So these are the beer guys. No, it's not that big a deal. While I'm here, are there any more building materials? But yeah, so I got a duplicate cosmetic, one that already exists, that I already have, and the end result is now it crashes. Now, I'm told that if I use a community editor, I could probably fix it. I'm not a fan of using like mods and whatnot, so like I just decided, you know what, it's not that far. We just moved into the Pterodactyl Park. That's how far I had gotten in the Twitch playthrough. So like, sure, it was probably about 6 hours in because we were doing a pretty hardcore, like, slow start. But, you know what, whatever. All I did was I sent one of my characters back to the Legacy Bank because I wanted to reuse him, Levi, for those of you who are watching. So I saved Levi, dumped the community. I'll just start over again. It's like, it's annoying, but, you know, I can do it again. So my answer is, if you find a duplicate item, one that you already have, I would say if you do pick it up, don't put it in your supply locker. Just like drop it on the ground or something. Like if you loot one of those items and they don't immediately unlock a cosmetic, that means that you already have it. And yeah, don't put it in your supply locker. And also, you probably want to back up your save files. Because State of Decay they just don't do it.
Dead guys are flanking us.
Okay. Are we good? We're good.
Thanks, dude. You rock.
That should make them friendly. Not that it really matters, considering
Friendly
that
face.
they shouldn't have anything good to sell. Yeah, all they've got are beer. Okay, so while we're here, let's see if we can find with the building materials. That's what we need right now. I'm sure that surprises absolutely no one. But that is the case. We need the building materials. At least until we can get the, well, you know, they did nerf the trade depot. So the trade depot, not going to be as good of an option. Just because it's not a good option doesn't mean I'm going to not use it, though. As someone mentioned that, like, the fact that I'm still going to use the trade depot even after the nerf is an indicator of, like, how excessively powerful it was. I think the main reason you would use it is just because it's one of like two bases that help you complete it's one of two facilities that help you complete your base. That's like the main reason you would use it. Like, well, there are other reasons too. It's the only facility of its kind that really helps you construct your base. It's the only the only other one that can help you is the forge. And honestly, now I just use them both.
Outpost out of that spot.
Simply because, you know, like, I want to build my base in a timely manner, you know. I like to get that base running. I want to get all my stuff going. Wow. No building materials here. Let's hit this gas station and... Oh, the gas station says it has... But that's kind of... Okay, I'm kind of annoyed that the gas stations are also showing building materials, and that's because... that is not a place that I would logically associate to have building materials. Also, this is the guy that we got earlier. He was, you know. What about this one? Yeah, these both have gasoline plus building materials. Why is that? Like, normally, resources are organized in a pretty logical manner. Like, you know, building materials in an unfinished building, building materials at a hardware store. You know, you wouldn't find medicine at a... Oh, wow, look at all these guys. I'll burn them. Oh, wasn't going for the direct hit there, but I'll take it. Very nice. But, yeah, you wouldn't find medicine in you wouldn't find, like, building materials at a clinic. And you wouldn't expect to see medicine at a hardware store. So it's like, it's kind of annoying that they're combining these two together, because I just would not expect to find it here. And typically the game tries, you know, I'm not saying it's perfectly logical, but the game tries to be logical. And so, like, I'm possibly overlooking a lot of areas of building materials simply because they're appearing in places they wouldn't normally be. Too many zombies again. We'll torch them. Sounds like we got a feral. Let's go ahead and get in. All this work just to get this one place looted. Jeez. A lot of it has to do with simply the plague territory. It's the combination of the plague territory with the lethal zone. We might as well refuel. I mean, that's part of the... I mean, I guess I never would have expected to get building materials at this location, but... now, I guess what it means is I should be looking at all of the gas stations since they keep bundling up building materials with gasoline. And once again, I don't know why they would do that. Oh, looks like I got knocked over. It's fine. So someone on Reddit talked about how, you know, well, how do you beat Lethal Zone? And I said, well, I'll tell you how you don't beat Lethal Zone. And you don't beat Lethal Zone by taking a lot of damage. So if you're someone who takes a lot of damage, that means you probably have not practiced enough, because like by the time you get to lethal zone, you should mostly be taking incidental damage. Like, you know, I got scratched by those zombies there. That's what I would call like incidental damage. Like, it's low damage. It just hits you here, right here. You get a little bit of a nick here, a little bit of a nick there. Not a big deal. It's not the straw that's gonna break the camel's back. Getting bit by a zombie, though, that does a lot of damage, and if it's a plague zombie, that's gonna give you like 60% infection. If you're someone who gets bit a lot, then you're gonna be probably not gonna be having a good time on lethal zone. So that's one of the easy ways to tell if you're ready for lethal zone or not. Like if you constantly get bit by zombies, probably not. Probably need to practice a little more on a combination of your awareness as well as your ability to dodge and run away. Now, if you get bit every now and then, you know, it happens to me. Like getting bit at all doesn't mean that like you're not ready for lethal zone, but it should be a fairly uncommon thing. Same with like driving over bloater gas you know, driving a bloater over. It shouldn't happen too often. If it does happen, you know, it doesn't mean that you aren't ready for lethal zone. You know, it happens to me, but it shouldn't happen that often. And when it does happen, you shouldn't really be screwed by it. Like, you know, you should be able to bail out of the car in a timely manner and often not come out with any blood plague. Or, I mean, you'll get some infection, but you should not catch the full blood plague from it. Now, where is this last lootable? Oh, no, it's gone. I'm searching for something that doesn't exist, apparently. All right, let's hit this next one up.
Hell yeah.
Let's torch these jerks. I swear that just went right through, it just phased through his body. So there's an example there. It's got scratched by a zombie. Once again, incidental damage that doesn't really matter.
To bring down the big guy over there.
Oh, that sounds like a juggernaut. Let's go ahead and mark him. Whenever your character mentions something like, oh, I see a big guy over there, that means that your character has identified and marked on the map where one of those freak zombies are. You can easily just mark them real fast to get a lock on them. That's good enough, though. I'm not going to fight the juggernaut. We're just going to head back to base. Oh, I will squish the feral, though. Oh, I thought it was a feral. Looks like I was wrong. Let's see what our hero bonus is. Frequent check-ins. Oh, that's not bad. 15% cooldown on most radio abilities. That is honestly not bad. I will take that. Radio cooldowns are really, really nice. Where's the material scavenging? It's actually close to the base. Another reason to head back home. But that would be like, that's a very important, and here's the thing about not getting bit. You can practice that on any difficulty because despite the, despite there being like a lethal zone and, yeah, I don't know if this is a smart idea. I'm really getting especially at night, I could easily make like a really dumb mistake. But especially on lethal zone, you just don't want to get damaged. But if you're playing on like standard zone, the zombies still behave the same. They still fight the same way. Like even a feral. A green zone feral fights basically the same. Let's check our ally right here. It fights basically the same as a blood feral. Yeah, blood feral has a few extra abilities such as the door slam. But for the most part, the way it moves, the way it swipes with its arms, that's all the same. So like if you can take out a feral on green zone in melee combat, and let's say you can do it without getting hit even once, well, then you can do the same thing against a blood feral. Now, the fear might be higher, so the fear of a blood feral may increase your chances of making mistakes from the tenseness of it, but doesn't fight any different. Fights basically, it's the same kind of combat style. Now's our chance to pick some stuff up. This is why we love doing quests. Food, we don't really need food. I should probably prioritize some of the other stuff, but we're going to be coming home with a full load of stuff. I want the ammo. Gimme. Still got enough money to buy some more. I'll take the medicine. And that's all I can carry. That's why I love having allies. Yeah, we're having a little bit of a cash problem. Cash flow could be better, but at the same time, it's not that big of a deal. It's, there will be more quests, and I don't even think we've sold our items. I think we got a lot of items to, like, liquidate. But that's why trading is such a big deal. I guess that's lesson number 2. So after lesson number 1 in the lethal zone is that you got to learn to not take big damage. Take a little bit of damage here and there, not a big deal. But if you're getting bit by zombies, that's going to be like very hard to heal through that kind of damage. It's going to be really, really rough on your medicine. Let's check to see if these guys, are you the snifters? No, you're the boon traders. Do you guys have a repair kit? Could definitely use one about now. But yeah, if you're taking some heavy damage, gonna have some problems there. Gonna have a lot of blood plague. You're gonna have a lot of losses to your medicine supply. It's not going to be pretty. But if you're just getting a little bit of a scratch here and there, you know, having a little bit of damage here and there, it's gonna be absolutely fine. Like, lethal zone is pretty unforgiving, but there is still some forgiveness, which is exactly why you should be building a gym as one of your early buildings. Like, build the infirmary and then build a gym. You gotta have that infirmary in the event you get blood plague, because you're either gonna need it to craft a cure, and if you can't craft a cure, you're gonna need it to stabilize somebody from the blood plague smacking them. And if someone just gets like 90% blood plague, just throw them in there in a bed. They'll recover quicker, get them back on their feet. There's a lot of, basically, you definitely want the infirmary. You can live without the workshop. Now, fortunately, you mostly don't have to live without the workshop, because the workshop can be built in all starting bases, really, except for Checkpoint Delta. And, you know, nothing stops you from building the workshop in Checkpoint Delta, but I would recommend going for the dojo ahead of the workshop on Nightmare Zone and Lethal Zone. On a lower difficulty, you could probably just go with the workshop anyways, but on a higher difficulty, you want like every little bit of health you can get, and the extra 20 health, it's going to make you feel so much better. Like, you know, if you make a mistake, you got an extra 20 health, that maybe that mistake isn't the end, and then it also gives you an EXP bonus, and that EXP bonus makes a really big deal. And if you absolutely have to, you can spend your food and medicine to train up your skills through the gym. Also a pretty good, especially if you got the Super Waifu Cafeteria Squad, because, you know, you're not eating a lot of food. It's not that big of a deal. Let's go ahead and refuel, then we can look for some materials. Also, I think I'm going to, you know, like, I'll show you the stats on the characters as well, since we just got some new recruits. We got, Peter over, hey, Peter. He's got local computing expert, effect skills, no other effect. Slump shouldered, -5 max carrying capacity. I can live with that. That's really not that big a deal. I'm probably going to keep him. He's got computers, probably going to go into programming rather than electronics. Or, I mean, I could go into, it's not that big of a deal. I don't think I'll use the drone strike. So I might just put him into electronics, because then we could scrap stuff for more materials. And then we've got Chris over here. Straight out of Deltarune, I guess. Kristen Lux was homeless, doesn't do anything except effect skills. Baseball fan, gets some projector morale bonus, but she's got both knees replaced. I'm basically a cyborg. Morale bonus from an upgraded infirmary, but she's got a crippled cardio skill. I mean, that's not great. But I want to see what her hero bonus is. If her hero bonus is really good, then I might not even care that she's basically a cyborg. It might not even matter. So we're sitting here at 19. I want a little more than that. A little more would be nice. Do I have a trader? Yes, I do. Let me go ahead and promote someone to trader. Or to, promote a trader to leader. Wait, let me check their stats. Does anyone have standing-based stats? And, wait, are you a trader? Builder, are you a trader? Sheriff. Okay, what about Lissa? Are you a trader? Warlord. I'm trying to use anybody but one of our super waifus, because we would lose our benefits temporarily, but it's not a big deal. Emmy, congratulations, you have been promoted to leader. And now what we need to do is get the materials necessary to set up the trade depot. Getting trade depot will also speed up the process of us getting more building materials. So it's definitely going to be worth it. I should probably capture some cell towers just to kind of like hasten that process along further. But, you know, one thing at a time. Also, we can get this character's hero bonus. It's almost as good. 15% is almost equal to a cell tower. Cell tower is 20%. So it's pretty close.
Looks like I'm safe for now.
I don't know if this shed is gonna have it, but you know, we might as well loot it. We need like a little bit of everything at the moment.
Better than nothing.
Parts.
I've been looking for this.
Okay, I guess that was the spot. Yeah, we're gonna need more than this. Yeah, we're gonna need, that's gonna get us 24. We're gonna need at least one more rucksack. So what I'm gonna do, let's just drive near some of these buildings. We can just use our passive scouting. Maybe we'll get lucky and just find something that has building materials in it.
Looks quiet for now.
That would be
As long as that
absolutely
plague virus is
fantastic.
back, this place won't ever feel safe.
Nothing. Gotta remember to check the gas stations too, apparently, because the gas stations have been holding out on us. And a little bit more gasoline wouldn't hurt either. Okay, not there. Here's a building we haven't revealed. Looks like a residential home, probably not gonna have building materials in it. It's a plague art, that's good to know though. Carport, unfortunately the carport doesn't count as a separate location. Bloater, let's check some of these buildings over here. So far, shed? No. Man, are there really just, like, not any building materials in this area? Another plague art. Alright, this is the last one in the basic town. We'll see if we can find anything. Let me check the gas station as well. Maybe all of the fuel locations also are considered... Ooh! Oh, baby! Here we go. This is what I like to see.
Plague zombies in all directions. Better be careful. Gotta make sure it's dead.
Yeah, just had to do, you know, take a little bit of a look-see around. This is why scouting is really, you know, some people have the whole map memorized and they just know where everything is. I'm not one of those people.
Sweet.
Ooh. 2 rucksacks right there, like, I gotta say, like, you know, although the search for materials has not been the best, we're certainly finding them now. Like, you know, we're getting, like, they're really, like, packing them together. Look, it's another building materials and fuel, but this one makes sense. Like, I understand if there was fuel and building materials in a shed. Like, that makes sense to me.
Anybody listening out there? I could use a hand.
Looks like we found another odd job. Oh. Oh, that's the I didn't realize that was the final lootable. And then we got one right next door. I'm actually worried we might not have enough space for it all. Good problem to have, though.
Well, that's about perfect.
A medicine, too? What? That one wasn't even listed. Not that I'm complaining.
That's a lot of stuff.
That was insane. I mean, I'll absolutely take it.
I feel like passing out.
All right, let's go drop this stuff off. Actually, let's go help this
I
guy.
got this.
Let me see what you are about. Does this carport have anything? Nope, carport is random knickknacks. Talk to Beth. What you got for me? Medicine, sure.
After you.
You want to get a rucksack of medicine? You gonna get in there or not? Got some medicine to grab. I mean, technically, I got some medicine right here, but, you know, like, if it's right across the street, and that's good, they're just gonna generate some medicine. Get some freestanding from this pharaoh. Oh, a little bit more evasive of a fellow. It looks like he gets to take one door home before I give him the old squisheroni.
When you're inside that infestation, always go for the screamer first. If you let it howl, you'll damn sure regret it.
Well, finally, some advice that's actually true.
Look at all this nothing.
Okay. Oh! That's why there was a rucksack of medicine there. We already found the rucksack. Okay, so that's why this was there.
Looking for.
Yeah, sure, here.
This is for you. Let's
Oh,
not make a hole.
that's all. I'll take that trade.
Okay.
I'll take that trade. Swapped out the medicine for the building materials. We need the materials more. Okay, so that explains why there was a random rucksack of medicine in a building that was just like, there was no reason for it to be there. But it's all good. We just have to drop this stuff off at home and then grab the rest of that. Actually, we should be able to get started on construction of the trade depot. Because in order to build up all the bases in this region, we're going to need that extra. We're going to need all the materials we can get our hands on. I may not fully upgrade everything because I don't think it's strictly necessary, but you know, I want to at least fill out the what locations I can. And building up the area does have the benefit that I do get to tear it all down. Remember that. Okay, here we go. Let's get the trade depot rolling. Boom. Also, we need to figure out what's going to go here. I honestly don't know. Let me go and just... What's our capacity on fuel? Fuel capacity is 25. Yeah, I want to make sure we stay below that. One thing we definitely want to do while we're here is we do want to destroy all the remaining plague guards, specifically because I'm going to want to claim some of these bases. Hopefully one of these places has a repair kit. I've mainly been buying my repair kits. It'd be nice if I could loot one. What's our money is back up to 525. You know, it doesn't take too much to kind of bounce your money back a bit. And all that money is pretty good expenses, considering that we're trying to stock up our base either way. I mean, what are we going to do with all that influence? Oops. Okay, I'm probably going to have to give these guys the squish. Oh, they weren't as close to it as I thought. I didn't. Oh, well, I squished them because I felt like it. How about that? I hear someone. You better not get nosy. Fuel.
With all this.
Any extra fuel we get, we're just going to convert that into more gasoline, or I might make some pyro launcher ammo. I think I do need a little extra. Okay, there's the building materials. Let's see who got nosy. Time to use the old classic technique, the whoosha Google. Haven't done that in a little bit.
That's pretty heavy.
One thing that I find really amusing is like watching people like absolutely butcher the spelling of the whoosha Google. Apparently the kids love it. Apparently the kids they spell it in so many strange ways. It's cute though. I admit it's cute. Well, we just found a repair kit. So I guess ask and you shall receive. Energy drink and give me a can of fuel. And I will say that this was a great look. I'll be honest, it's gonna be great either way, but this will be super great. Just give me a can of fuel. Boom! One repair kit, one can of fuel, one rucksack of materials, one rucksack of fuel. This place was a bam jackpot location. Car is fixed up. for now. And we can deliver this back to our base. Which is right over there. Oh. Juggernaut, not gonna matter. Bloater, we can avoid it. Looks like he's gonna trip over because he's super clumsy. He just doesn't have the grace of the shut up. How about that? How about shut up? Anyways, probably gonna do it for today's episode. I think we got a lot of good stuff done. We got enough building materials to get the trade depot going. And now we're about to offload a little bit more. Let's go ahead and make 2 more cans of fuel in order to make room for our rucksack. And overall, I'd say looking pretty good. We'll probably get to use Peter a little more next episode just to give him a little bit more standing. But yeah. Oh, Brother in Blue. I don't do that. I mean, maybe I'll do that quest. We don't get to do it that often. Anyways, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Be prepared for the restarting of the Quark community on the Twitch stream. But at the end of the day, of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.